Hello and good afternoon, class. Welcome to our studies today. I want to ask you, how are you doing today? Are you fine? Are you staying healthy in your ways? I hope so. Well, today we're going to start our studies on Unit 6, page 36 and 37. Page 36 and 37 entitled Celebrations. What is celebrations, you might ask? Do you celebrate anything in your life? I will ask you. If you say yes, you are correct, because there are a lot of things we celebrate in life. Not just you, but everybody else in this world. And some of these celebrations means a lot to you, your families, and this country. What I have listed here in celebrations are a few examples. For one, a birthday. Birthday is also a celebration because you are celebrating your day of birth. B, holidays. There are many holidays in this world. There are many holidays in Cambodia. So for during holidays, we also celebrate. And lastly, I got here my example, New Year's. We also celebrate for New Year's, celebrate the end of the old years and the beginning of the New Year's. As you can see through my explanation, we have come to an understanding that celebration meaning is we have come to enjoy, have a party, and come together as a family, as a community, and as a people in this world to celebrate something. I mean, to have a party, have a feast, to remember a day of event. Like, for example, your birthday. Why do you celebrate your birthday? Please give me some answers, some feedbacks on Telegram, and answer my questions. Why do you celebrate your birthday? Okay, I want your feedback. For me, I'm going to give you a quick example. Why do I celebrate birthday? Well, here's my example. I celebrate my birthday because it is a remembrance of the day that I was born. So on the day I was born, I celebrate my birthday to remember that I was born on a particular day, in a particular month, and in a certain years. That will define how old I am. So celebration means a day of remembrance for your birthday, or a particular holiday, or a new year. I have some questions down here that I wrote. I want you to answer it in our Telegram post through our conversation and through our studies. What kind of food do you eat during these celebrations? So, what kind of food do you eat during your celebrations? What kind of food do you eat on your birthday? I know you could probably give me a few examples. So I want you to post some food up on our Telegram post and tell me, what did you eat on your birthday? Don't just give me one thing, give me a few things. But what are the main foods? Just for example here, New Year's. For Cambodian New Year's, what do you eat? Where do you go? Where do you and your family celebrate New Year's? So I want you to please answer me some of these questions and post it up on our board so we can discuss how you celebrate, what you eat, and also what you do for the New Year's and what you do for your holidays. Hope you understand some of these words for celebrations. And can you please bring out your books and turn to page 36. As you see here on page 36, it talks about celebrations, and it also talks about Cambodian New Year. But we will not read this subject until on our next video, on video number 2. So right now you don't have to read this, but just look at the pictures and understand, or look through it, guide what celebration is. As you guys probably know, we have reviewed our lessons right now. Celebration means something we remember, and something where we, as a family, as a people in this country, or as a people in this world, to remember certain days and enjoy that event. So that way we can never forget certain days like your birthdays, certain holidays, and the New Year's. After a few understandings of this, and if you have any further questions about celebrations, or what do you eat, or what do you do on these holidays, you can always ask me and I will gladly help you. And for our first task today, after you have watched the videos and understand, and we talked about celebration, I want you to let me know, tell me, teacher, I have finished watching the video, then I will post up our first task. And your first task, I will post it up on our Telegram post after you watch your video. You will be given 30 minutes to complete this first task. So after 30 minutes, I want all of you to send me your task so I can correct it and give you your scores. Remember, I will post up the first task now, and you have 30 minutes. Until the next video, goodbye class. Hello class, welcome back to our second videos for today's lessons. And our second task for today's lesson is on page 36 and 37. Can you please bring out your book and turn to page 36 and 37. 36 and 37 entail some readings and some questions. So what is our reading about? As you can see here, we will read about Cambodian New Year's. Joel Chnam Thmai. Hope I say that correctly. And you probably think so too. So we're going to talk about our New Year's here in Cambodia. So how do you celebrate New Year's here in Cambodia? What do you do? What do your family do? Where do you go? What do you eat? These are some questions that's going to be in your readings, and these are some questions that I will ask you during our exercises and tasks. So try to remember what you do on New Year's. Hopefully you can remember it, and I want you to write it down later on. But for our first task, I want you to answer the questions after you're reading on page 37. There are 4 questions on page 37. You can write your notebook. You can write inside your notebook and submit it to me when you are finished. But in our text, there are some readings here about our New Year's. There are 3 things that we have to know about our New Year's. One of them is Maha Songkran. The next one is Virya Vanabat and Virya Langsat. So on the first day of Cambodian New Year's, we celebrate Maha Songkran. Do you know what that is? You can read your text on the second paragraph, which tells you more about Maha Songkran. As you can see, it is the first day of celebrating Cambodian New Year's, meaning it is the end of the past years and we celebrate the beginning of a New Year's. How do we celebrate it? What do you do? Please read this text and answer the questions about the first day of the New Year's. And on the second day of the New Year, do you know what it is called? As you can see on this board, the second day of our New Year is called Virya Vanapat. So what do you do on the second day of New Year's? According to your readings, Virya Vanapat is the day where people celebrate, where they help the poor, the homeless people, and families attend a dedication ceremonies to their ancestors. So on the second day of New Year's, people usually go to what? People usually go to the temple. If you said that, you are correct, to celebrate their ancestors. Ancestors means like your great-great-grandfathers or your great-great-grandmothers, the one who have passed away a long time ago, who have died. So they have to celebrate them by giving them offerings. For example, I have some pictures here of a celebration where they make offering to your grandparents. Like an example of this picture. I will post this picture up on our Telegram post so you have a better viewing. You will see here a picture of how people make offerings to the ancestors. And on this picture's object, you have see certain events and certain festivals and certain celebrations that people go to and watch, like a Cambodian dancing festival. The traditional dancing is how they used to dance like hundreds and thousands of years ago. And these are some of the food that people eat during Cambodian New Year's. Is your food the same? Do you eat the same things? Again, I will upload this picture so you can have a better viewing and we can communicate about this each other. On the last day of Cambodian New Year's, Virya Langsat. What does that mean? Have you ever celebrated that day an event? I bet you did, huh? So on that day event, please explain to me what Virya Langsat mean. And give me a brief explanation. Also in your readings on page 37 also tells you more about Virya Langsat. Please read it and answer the questions. And after you read your whole text and your whole books, I want you to answer the questions on page 36 and 37. Once you answer your question, please submit it to my personal Telegram so I can correct it and give you back your score. You will be given 30 minutes to complete this task. And once you complete it, just wait calmly and I will upload our next video. Thank you and goodbye. Hello class, welcome back to our third and final video for today's lessons. For a quick review of our lessons today, on our first video we talked about celebrations and what is celebrations. And as we have learned through our lesson, we know that celebration is a word for remembrance. We celebrate things by having events, having parties, or having certain things where we can remember. Like for example, we have a celebration for our birthday. So we celebrate the day of your birth. Then we have a celebration on certain holidays where we get together as a family or a community to celebrate an event. And on our second video, we talked about New Year's, especially Cambodian New Year's. And the first day of Cambodian New Year's, the second day, and the third day. What all these days represent, what they mean, and what you and your family do together on the first, second, or third day of Cambodian New Year's. I see that you have understand all that, and for some of you that haven't turned in your task yet, I am still here waiting for your task, so please submit your task so I can correct it and give you back your score. Okay, now on to our third task for today. And yes, we have homework. And for your homework, I want you to write a paragraph, meaning write at least one page explaining what you and your family do on Cambodian New Year's. So what do you do on Cambodian New Year's? What you and your family do? Can you write a paragraph about what you do? For example, as my pictures here, I posted up, and the picture that I posted on our Telegram post, we see that some of you might go to an event where they celebrate the traditional dancing of Cambodia, as you see here. And here, there are certain foods that what we eat in Cambodia to celebrate Cambodian New Year's. Do you do the same? Do you have rice, food, drinks as family dinners or family lunch? And this picture here is a picture of an offering where you make to your ancestors, which we celebrated on the second day of Cambodian New Year's. Do your family do that? If your family does all this and eat the same food, I want you to write and explain it in your notebook and submit it to me. Again, your homework is due by the time we start next week's class. So you have one whole week to remember what you and your family do for New Year's. I know you probably have an exciting time during that time because you have time off from school and more time with your families, your friends that you haven't seen in a long time. So you probably have a lot of memories about New Year's. So now I want you to write all that memory that you have known on a piece of paper and submit it to me. Okay, till we meet again next week, be safe, have fun, and stay healthy. Goodbye, class.